Recording.
Nerd! Get those words! Nerd! Nerd!
It's time for the Bid Nerds, your daily nerd out on the most interesting car of the day from all the automotive enthusiast auction sites. My name is John Polnik. I'm your host, along with my partner, Michael Deeb in San Francisco. How are you, Michael Deeb?
Oh, boy. Yes, I can.
All right.
Your voice sounds so good. It's so good to be back. Man, I missed this.
This is good times, right? We're doing it. We're doing the Bid Nerds thing. This
just
is
feels
a
right.
daily show, man. You're going to see one of these every single day on your YouTube machine. So make sure you subscribe, like, hit the share button, all that kind of stuff. I smash that like button. Is that a thing? Smash that subscribe.
Yeah, people still say that. They have to.
That's what the interwebs does. Okay, so you out there in the audience, have you ever heard a YouTube host say, smash that subscribe button and done that? Like, has that ever motivated you to go, yeah, you know, I wasn't going to do it. Now that you mention it, let's go ahead and smash something. I don't know.
Yep.
I had to reboot the operating system of my computer the other day, and I almost threw it out on the Las Vegas Boulevard. But that's a whole other story. Welcome, everyone. We pick the most interesting car of the day, so you don't have to. We're all over Bring a Trailer, Shift Gates, Marked, Cars and Bids, whatever.
P-Car.
P-Car, those guys.
Rad for Stale is still out there.
It is still out there.
Yeah.
A bunch of them that popped up. So we're gonna the car today. This one is. Woo,
oh,
this
JP.
car is something else, man.
JP, I know nothing, but I'm going to educate you.
Yeah, let's hit it. I know you're a Mercedes guy, so this is not your run-of-the-mill Mercedes. What the heck is this Batmobile looking crazy?
Look at that thing. Look at that thing. Okay, JP, you are currently the custodian of an Audi R8, a mid-engine supercar. We are both, fans of Porsches, the 918 and the Carrera GT. But what we're looking at here is a 2021 Mercedes AMG GT Black Series. And this is the supercar of the moment. Mercedes has been racing this platform in sports car and GT racing around the world, and they have been kicking ass and taking names. This car has balance. It has rigidity. It's got a twin turbo V8, so it's got motor. It can conform to any rules or regulations and succeed. And they have been racking up trophies with this car. So as the car has continued to win on the racetrack, Mercedes has made cooler and cooler versions of the vehicle. And this is the ultimate expression of this platform series. And just check out the paint job, GP. It's like a matte. I mean, would you call that black? I would call that like a matte, dark gray. It's like a matte coal color with carbon.
I would call it a sateen because it's got a little bit of a shine to it.
Very good. It's called Designo Graphite Gray Magno over black leather interior and Dynamica, whatever all this stuff is. And Mercedes has gone crazy with the nomenclature. But what you need to know is this. This particular car that's offered to us out of Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, has just 60 miles on the odometer. That is essentially delivery miles for all intent purposes. Now, none of what I'm about to say is substantiated. This is just what I've heard in conversations. But Mercedes was going to bring over to the U.S. around 1,100 of these cars, or maybe produce for the world around 1,100 of these cars. Somewhere after production began and deliveries were already ongoing, they decided to wipe out about 400 of the slotted allocations for this car, at least for North America, or maybe just for production in general. So overnight, the people who had guaranteed slots for this car, the values of their cars just went nuts. And so what you need to know is that this particular rare version of the car is the most bodacious. And I'm going to give you some numbers to just sort of back that up. This car has a twin-turbo 4-liter V8 that makes a whopping 720 horsepower, along with 590 pound-foot of torque, all channeled through a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission. This vehicle cost $336,000 at MSRP. And this car has 8 bids on it at the moment. It is sitting at $500,000, and it doesn't close, John, for another 5 days. This car doesn't close until Sunday, and we're canning this on a Tuesday. So, I mean, just take it all in. It's really rare. If they only made 700 of these for the world, and let's say half of those are coming to the United States, it's a really rare car, and it's the ultimate for the 1% of the 1%. This is the supercar of the moment. It's got absolute street cred because it's winning everywhere. It, like you said, it looks like something Bruce Wayne would drive with the cape on. And then it's got Ferrari, McLaren, Lamborghini, GT2 RS competitive spec. It's amazing. It's not a car I would actually ever want to drive on the street. This is for the guy that has a garage or a house at Monticello or Thermal in Palm Springs, and he rolls up the garage, and this car just rolls out onto a pool table smooth racetrack, and I wouldn't even take that to a track day. I would take it on a racetrack when I was the only car on track. I wouldn't want a stone chip on my sateen finish. So JP, if you're into the ultimate expression of whatever you're trying to express when you drive a car like that, that's the ultimate expression of bottle service, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing. I don't really want one, but I appreciate what it is. It's badass. That's the car of the moment, and they cut production, and they are bringing easily $200,000 over. I mean, easy. And that car it's sick. It's got no miles on it, and that's the coolest. If you got a car that's called a Black Series, is that not the coolest finish for that car?
Boy, this car in real life is that much more amazing. These pictures are awful. They're terrible. Shots. For a $500,000 car to have just a bunch of cell phone snapshots, this is ridiculous. But he's still going to get a gajillion dollars anyway because the car is just so rare and it's worth so much. We had one of these show up to Carzoom Cafe. We do a monthly car show here in the Arts District of Las Vegas, right here in the 18B. It's the last Sunday of every month. So if you're ever visiting Las Vegas and you happen to be here on the last Sunday, I know going out Saturday night, just save just a little bit of energy to get up in the morning and come see us at the car show, because you'll see stuff like this show up sometimes. Dimitri brought it, and it was just
what color?
It was the same color as this one.
Was it really? Oh, that's awesome.
It was something else. Imagine this car if they made like a touring like they do with GT3s without the big silly wing in the back. How bitchin' would that be? As if it's not bitchin'.
Yeah, I mean they kind of do. If you get just an R or the GTS or whatever the standard version is, it does kind of look like that, but it's not that motor. Yeah, it's not that motor. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So Matt Farah drove one on the Coastal Range rally with the Driving While Awesome guys.
Oh, is this what he drove?
And it was a press car, and it was a Black Series. It was in like it was in like a Golden Gate Bridge colored, like it wasn't burgundy, but it wasn't orange. It was like a brick color almost. And anyways, and he absolutely babied it. First, he brought his wife with him, and I kind of think he didn't want to like make her sick or vomit. But I also think that like he brought the wrong tool for the job. And so he wound up driving like he had a flat tire the whole time. He was driving really slow. He let everybody by. He didn't want stone chips. He didn't want to break the splitter. He was gathering gravel in every one of those like lower valances. Like every time he'd open a door, little rocks would come out. We were all laughing at him, and he was laughing hysterically about it. But you got to see one up close and personal, and it's something. It's crazy.
Well, $500,000 with days to go. I saw it was interesting looking at the bids on this. It went, it was kind of cruising up there. It was around 300. Then it went up to 400. Got its way up to 400, and then from 400 it jumped to like 500 and whatever it is now. It was like an over $100,000 single bid. How much more are we going to see on this thing, you think?
Yeah, somebody's trying to throw a knockout punch. I think the wholesale on a car like this is in that 160 to 180,000 over MSRP, and I think the retail ask on a car like this is probably 250 over, but I think the retail get on this car is just $200,000 over. So if we go back to my notes and I remind everybody that this car was $336,000 at sticker, our car is sitting with 5 days to go at $500,000. I think it will easily get another 36 grand. So I'm going to go 200 over and tell you that my bid, John, is $536,000.
Sounds reasonable to me. I mean, why not? Let's see here. Let me click. I'm gonna write a check real quick.
Yeah. Check's easy.
Dude, I don't know, man. 60 miles. You know what the biggest shame on this thing isn't how much money it's going to bring. It's the fact that it's probably never going to get driven, like ever.
Yeah.
Whoever buys this is going to trailer it somewhere. There's, I was digging around trying to find a video for you guys to show, because usually when you have a car bid or an auction like this, there's usually video included. And of course, there's no driving video because they didn't want to drive it anywhere. It's never going to get driven. This car is going to just hermetically seal it, put it in a box, and mount it on a wall. I mean, it's just...
And the hard part of that, John, is that guy's going to get rewarded for it, because this thing's going to continue to go up in value because it's so damn rare.
Is he going to get rewarded?
I think so.
Your good friend and mine, Michael, Mikey was here earlier today.
Oh, Mikey hashtags. What's up, dude?
And we were talking about, he's like, when I make 6 figures a month, I'm going to get a 918 and daily drive it. And I don't care. I just don't care. And I'm with him, man. God bless that kid. It's like, if you have the money to buy this thing,
right,
and you don't, screw you. Just go buy another NFT of a bear. I mean, you gotta pay for storage of this stupid thing. It's just, you suck.
It's a trophy.
Right. So my bid, you said
536.
536. I'm gonna go. Yep. I'm gonna just say 550, round it off. I think it's actually gonna be even higher than that, because 60 miles. This thing is a brand spanking new car, and maybe
it's the right color.
Lucky, and the right guy will come along and he'll be like, I want this one because I'm gonna drive the hell out of it, and it's only got 60 miles on it. But we will find out whether or not I'm right or Michael Deeb is right.
I think you might be right. This is the right color. It's got no miles on it. I think you might win this one.
Stick around. We'll find out right after this. Hey guys, I'm super excited to tell you about our sponsor, Guys Customs. That's Guys, GYX _customs. That's how you spell it. Guys Customs bracelets. These things are amazing. Check them out. They're handmade in America, custom bracelets made to match your watch or your car. These things are unbelievable. I have 3 or 4 of them myself. My partner Michael Deeb has a bunch of them. They're pretty addictive once you get one. Each one of them are bespoke. We're talking carbon fiber. We're talking titanium. We're talking stainless steel, glass. There's none of this cheap Chinese garbage that you see a lot of bracelets being made out there. These ones are super high quality. They're made right here in America. When you go to Guys Customs on Instagram, it's about the only place that you can order one of these. When you DM the artist, you're actually reaching the real artist when you DM Guys Customs at Instagram. And she will make you a bracelet made to match that special watch, that special car, or that special person that has a special watch or a special car and they want something really, really cool in their life. They make the most amazing gifts. I get compliments on mine all the time. Everywhere I go, people are like, wow, that's really cool. You can see in the pictures, these beads, the colored beads are PTS. They're paint to sample. So if you have a specific color code for your car, she'll have beads made that are specifically painted to match your car or your watch. It's unbelievable. You got to get one of these Guys Customs bracelets. Check them out. They support us, and we really, really, really want to support them. Guys Customs bracelets. All right, let's get back to the bids. Let's find out how much that car sold for today. All right, guys, welcome back. Thanks for sticking around. This is an exciting car, Michael Deeb. This is a what? Again, one more time.
Oh my God, JP, this one's a mouthful. It is a 2021 Mercedes AMG GT Black Series, the top of the line, the Apex Predator. It's a race car. It's a race car with headlights, JP. That's what it is. It's just a race car with headlights.
That's a lot of stuff. What was your bid on? What did you think this thing would go for?
60 miles, the right color, limited production. JP, I thought this car would bring $200,000 over its MSRP. So I said $536,000. You went a little bit higher. You took the over essentially, and you went $550,000. JP, our car did sell on Bring a Trailer for only $505,000. So it's still a remarkable price over the MSRP, just not as high as you and I had thought. I think I kicked high and you kicked farther, so we were way over. But I won this one. I don't know. I mean, technically I'm within 10%, but there you go.
Yeah, I mean, that was a pretty good bid. Look, the thing is, when we were looking at this car, it still had, I don't know, 3, 4, or 5 days left when we first made our original assessments, and I think it had already gotten one bid at like $500,000 already. It was at $500,000. Someone kind of hit a knockout punch right from the get-go, and it only on the final day when you usually expect to see at least 30% of the value come in that last like half hour. That's when the really serious people show up to play. It only got another $5,000. $5,000. Was that even one more bid?
No, there was. I think we were a little bit incorrect. There were a couple of bids to bring it up to $500,000. This car sold at $505,000 on 9 total bids.
That's a lot for $500,000.
Still, yeah. And I think you're right, though. Some of those early guys went right to where the market is for this car. Yeah. So there wasn't a lot of action at the end to bring it up to our numbers per se. But still, this is a car that's got 60 miles and is selling for nearly $200,000 over original MSRP. We have seen that from Ferrari. We have sometimes seen that from Porsche, but we have never seen that from Mercedes. So obviously Mercedes has built an incredible car here, and the collectors are clamoring to get one and put them away. The speculators are making some money, that's for sure. The guys who order these cars and are just flipping them are putting 6 figures in their pocket. That's you just don't see that with Mercedes-Benz. So there you go. Get it while you can.
I still think the photos probably would have helped. These are some seriously awful, awful shots for what is just an amazing car.
Maybe you said studio shots would be necessary for this car. I agree with you 1,000% on that.
Maybe the reason this car didn't bring more money is because, I mean, we both thought it was the Batmobile, and the new Batman movie just came out, and he's driving a Corvette now in this iteration of the Batman.
It actually looks like a muscle car. It doesn't even look like a Corvette. It looks like he's driving a Nova. It's really beefy. It's very muscle car-esque, that's for sure. Yeah, so we'll see.
All right, guys. Well, there it is, another episode of the Bid Nerds. Thank you guys so much for hanging out on the talking about the most interesting car of the day from all the automotive enthusiast auction sites. You know what? Come back tomorrow. There's going to be a new episode, or watch some old ones. There's lots of old, stale nerds that if you really want to get into it. But look, subscribe, like, get the notification buttons hit so that you get the freshest, most relevant nerds available. There will be one tomorrow. Thanks so much for hanging out, guys. See you then.
Get those nerds!